Hey everybody, welcome back to the Purple Sales podcast. My name's Luke, and on this channel we like to help people improve their sales skills, improve their sales success, and put more money in their pocket by focusing on sales mentality, sales preparation, and sales execution. Today I just wanted to close out our 3-part mini-series on mental health just by giving a general overview of my own mental health and how that's kind of been very up and down in the last few years. It's very cliched, but it's true what they say, like, it's okay to be okay, and a lot of people are not okay. And I think as we move forward and we'll become aware of people's mental health, their challenges, whether they choose to share them or not, I think we can all assume in this day and age that maybe compared to pre-COVID times, we're not as okay as we thought we were. I remember pre-COVID, I was in a face-to-face sales role, traveling a lot, and all of a sudden COVID came, shut us down. I was working from home with my family, my wife was trying to work as well, all the stresses of sales numbers, targets, everything, as the world around us collapsed. And I actually found it very easy at the time to start a gratitude journal and continue exercising even though I couldn't go to the gym. And I was doing all these things, these practices to keep myself mentally healthy. But I think the main thing that got me in the end was that I was too worried about other people and not myself. And I thought that sounds like quite an arrogant thing to say, I was too good. I was too caring of everybody else, not myself. I feel like some of us were probably educated, like I was, to be mentally healthy. But I think the narrative should have been, certainly during COVID, like, this will fuck you up. It's not a question of if, it's not a question of if you do your journaling every day you'll be fine. It's a question of when. And I cracked, like a lot of other people did. And, you know, on reflection, we have to take the positives. And certainly, I wouldn't say I'm overly mentally healthy now, but I'm much more aware of the way I feel, the way I can act, things that affect me. And, you know, it's from these bad experiences that we can learn. It's very cliche. We can learn, we can grow, and, you know, we can improve ourselves, and we can be there for other people. So the goal of this video really is just to, I suppose, articulate that I'm not perfect. I'm out here trying to build a sales brand. I'm out here with a goal to build my own coaching practice, inner circle, cohort, whatever phrase you want. But, you know, initially I want to document the journey and offer free advice, free value via this YouTube channel. And, you know, part of it, I think a big part of sales is the mentality. But before we talk about the sales mentality, we need to talk about our own mentality and understand, before we even get to work, how our mental health works and how our brain works and the things that we can do to keep it healthy, right? We bring our cars for a service every year, but, you know, how often do we bring ourselves to the doctor for a checkup every year? And then if we do ever do that, and I'm going to go on and say I don't think many people do check themselves very regularly for anything, how often is that focused on our brain and our mental health? Probably not a lot. So I have a Calendly link in my description. If anybody wants to ever book some time with me and we can talk about sales, mental health, whatever it is. Like I said, at the moment, I've nothing to sell you, but I'm always keen to talk to salespeople out there, new, old, you know, young guns in the game, OGs in the space, just to understand, like, where you're at, what help do you need, is it mental? And, you know, I can sit here all day and say, journal, breathe, go for a walk, go to the gym, get exercise, talk about your problems. But look, I'm not perfect, and I haven't really journaled for a while. It's something I want to get back into my routine. I do exercise regularly, and that really helps. I do notice when I don't exercise how I start to feel mentally and physically. Talking is tough as well. I'm not a talker. It's very uncomfortable for me to sit here. I'm pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, talking to my phone and putting this out on YouTube. Feels a bit strange, but yeah, just wanted to start that process to be better in myself, to bring in these better practices. I find if I say I'm going to do something and then I might do it more than if I don't. So here's to a bit more journaling, here's to a bit more breathing. I think my exercise is good. Should I get up and move around from my desk a lot more? Yes, I should. Should I go for walks? Yes, I should definitely go for walks and breathe a bit more, and go for a coffee with a friend or have a bit more social interaction. Actually going out for a few drinks at the weekend, which I haven't done forever. So it's a journey. It's super cliched. All these things are, but they're cliched because they're real and they're lived, and it's what we've got to do to get through. So a big part of this will be, I suppose, analysing ourselves as people, then as salespeople, and then getting into learning on how to be better salespeople, how to be better in our mentality, how do we prepare for our sales calls, and then how do we execute those calls, and how to make a ton of money in the sales world, because it's something that everyone can do. I've been in the sales game for 20 years, and I really see a lot of value in my skills now, not just for myself, but to be able to educate others and help others do well in sales. I see myself as the old guy that's been stuck in the 9 to 5, and whereas I've learned a lot and I've experienced a lot, it's time for me to really ramp up the earnings, because that's why we all do sales. We all do sales to make money, and there's a lot of money out there to be made, so let's all make it together. But in the meantime, before we even start thinking about that, let's take a few minutes every day to think about how we feel how we feel, and take those small steps to having a better attitude, a better approach, and a better execution to how we improve our mental health as people, before we even think about being salespeople. So this is a bit of a ramble. Not sure how this video is going to go down, but I'm going to put it up anyway and see what you all think. If you've made it this far, like I said, my name's Luke. This is the Purple Sales Podcast. Do drop me a comment. Obviously, we all want the likes and subscribes, but if you want to book a call with me through my Calendly link, I'd love to hear how you're getting on, and sharing your experiences as well. Talk to you next time.